Just take me through that data set that you have, and then we'll get onto the other stuff like robotaxi and AI.
Yeah, I don't mean to be disagreeable or controversial, but I want to say very clearly that when we look at results of companies, it's important to understand both the broker or sell side aggregate consensus, but also the buy side consensus view. The company had already updated investors and the street with delivery numbers about a month ago. And I think many investors had not updated, or at least on the sell side, had not updated models. So when you compare versus sort of the so-called consensus numbers, it looks like this huge miss. But in reality, relative to our model that had been updated, and I think compared to other models where if you looked at just the consensus of updated estimates, the miss was not very big. In fact, relative to our model, only 1.5% on revenue, actually beat on gross profit, missed on operating profit somewhat, and they missed on EPS by 6 cents. This was not like some disaster, at least relative to what we were expecting following the update a month ago. They were somewhat disappointing results. Relative to what we expected, the disappointment came in two places. One was in energy storage and generation. So you think about solar roof and megapacks and that sort of thing. And the other was operating expenses, where they accelerated some AI R&D investments. And that's, I don't think, the end of the world for investors. In fact, one could take a positive spin on that.
William, I get that perhaps it doesn't miss versus downgraded expectations, but a profit drop, the worst profit number since 2021, a revenue drop nevertheless shows real fundamental issues here. Are the fundamental issues going to be alleviated by more time spent at the company by Musk?
Oh, I think in at least two ways, right? I mean, the two sort of obvious ways are, number one, if you accept the supposition that Musk's, in the way that the investor relations team has described it to me, that his greatest superpower is in delivering huge technological advancements by spending very little money, but just very focused talent, then it's a big positive from that perspective. And the other is to moderate what I think Musk characterized as political sentiment. I think spending less time in the public eye doing government projects will be good for the stock.